Hello, can you hear me? Benga, I think we've got Benga and James on. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I've got two devices on. So there you go. Right. Good evening, everybody. As we start this session, welcome on board. I just want to quickly give you a heads up as to what we're about to do. It's going to be a live Q&A. There won't be a lot of training on this webinar. It's going to be more of interactive because I've got loads of questions from last week to this week that I need to help some people get through to understand how to start a business online or start any side gig they are looking to attend. To make sure you guys are hearing me. Binga, are you there? We just keep, yeah, okay. Roy, James, could you just put something in the chat so I know that you guys can hear me? I'm not talking to, all right, correct. Thanks. Right, so this is gonna be live Q&A. I'm really excited to go through this next 1 hour with you guys and help you understand what it really takes to start a business online. Why is it that some people start businesses and many people will be struggling, and some people go ahead to survive, to make it real big in life, and some people just can't figure a way out. So like for anybody, if this is the first time you're seeing coming across, sorry guys, if this is the first time you're coming across any of my videos, I share my online journey experience to help you understand what it really takes to get from where you are to where you want to be. Because I was working 3 jobs. I came to London in 2010. I was working 3 jobs. I lost my first relationship during the first 2 years. I saw myself I think I am intelligent. I think I am smart, but I saw myself in jobs that did not reflect me. Does that make sense? It wasn't reflecting the kind of potential I know I was, because I know I believed in. I went to school like everybody. Mom tells you go to school, you go to school, you do the work, but you come over as an immigrant and you start seeing yourself literally struggling to make ends meet. So this webinar is going to be how to help you uncover some of the things I've discovered myself so that you can actually start creating massive change in your life, because everybody can change their lives. Everybody, I believe that, but not everybody will. But why? Because of education. Most of us will need to learn a little bit more about ourselves. And so for me now, it took me to this book. As I started my online business, I started reading this book, The Stranger's Secret by Elle Nightingale. I still read it till today. So I kind of started unfolding why was I in a job with all these talents, and why was I doing things that did not reflect me. Gone fast forward 3 years now, I have actually produced substantial amount of money. I don't like putting money claims, but because I don't want to give you false expectation. Um, I have actually built a company now, in the second company. So it's life has literally changed. But why is it that so many people are still struggling? That's exactly why this webinar is going to help you. If you really want to start a business online and use the same training that I use, I can recommend that to you. And I also guide you to how to get started. So before we roll, I'm just going to put a little disclaimer, because like, you must cover yourself in whatever you're doing in business and in legal. So it's more of, this is a legal disclaimer. Take your time to read it so that you know where we all stand. As a business, you are responsible for all your actions. So it's important that you know that you are the architect of your own life. So, right. So I'm gonna go through some questions. So if you're on the call I'll recommend you to, it's like you're on the webinar, you can put your questions in the chat, no longer sending it over into the email because still you might see that next week. But we will, I will cover it as we go along. Now, this next question is gonna be, I'm gonna go through questions. That's what we're gonna do today because I've got loads of questions. First of all, these questions are coming from people I have not met before, random people. Possibly most of them see me on YouTube, um, Facebook, Instagram, and some of them have seen my video online and subscribed to the videos, and they want more information. So let's get this baby going. Right, so the first question is gonna be from Linda. What I really need help. What I really need is help to set up a website for my makeover business and any other skills that you would recommend to develop it. What you really need is help to set up a website for your makeover business. So you want to build a website. That's the problem. Now, this is kind of one of the challenges that most people normally encounter when they look to start a business online. I remember when I started myself, um, I was having this idea that website is this one big thing, monster that I am going to learn how to build. And I don't know how to do coding. I don't know how to do any of that technical stuff. So that was putting me away from starting a business online. I thought building a website was what's going to be the absolute key to crushing the business. But the truth is, yes, you can outsource it. There are some elements you can outsource it. But what I will recommend to you, Linda, is one thing. The way Stuart teaches, Stuart is my mentor, if in case you're wondering who Stuart is. The way he teaches and the way I have seen people that succeeded teach or progress is you are going to learn a little bit of the basics. It's easy to, you don't buy success. You don't buy success. So the reason I'm saying that is if you outsource it and somebody builds your website, you know, all these website building platforms, they tell you done for you websites. And they're all out there. They have a reason. There are pros and cons to it. The pro is you will get your website set up very fast. The con is you wouldn't know what's on the website. If it has a problem, you wouldn't know how to fix it. Does that make sense? You wouldn't know if there's a link broken, you would have to wait for your engineer or software developer to contact them. Maybe they are somewhere on holiday and your website is broken and you're advertising, selling products online and people are clicking, the link is not working. And it's just something that you can just go in there and fix, you know. So, and you can't do it because somebody else built it for you. Somebody else did it for you. So you are relying on an outside source. And every time this person comes to fix your website, sometimes it depends on the contract you have with them, you have to pay them. So you got to understand where you are at. Now, if you're using the same training that I use, this is why this training is so successful. They make you do the basics. So if that link breaks and you're trying to advertise your website on Google or Facebook and people are visiting, clicking, and you notice the link is not working, you can go in there and fix it because you have the fundamentals of how to um, build a website. So that's a skill that I would recommend you to go through and grab because the training I use, I have a training that I personally, let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it again? I showed how to build a website, but there are different types of websites. So I don't know, you're doing a makeover business, so it's gonna be, it depends on how big your website is. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend to you. Try and learn the basics. There are so many trainings out there. If you were in training that I use, which is geared towards affiliate marketing, let me see if I can pull it up and show you guys what I mean. Where can I find it now? For my days, this Facebook group. Okay. So, right. So just to give you a heads up of what I mean. So I'm just going to share my screen here so that you see my screen. This is my screen that you'll be watching. I'm not sure why this is not coming up. 1 second. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I'm on 2 screens there, so I'm just making sure things are working properly. Yeah. So this is my normal Facebook. You don't need to be on your Facebook to learn this, but you need to. The reason we have this group is this is where we form accountability partners, support group to help each other. So this is my private Facebook group. If you don't know, I have a training there where I help people sell and build businesses online and all that. So every Saturday we meet up 8 p.m. UK time. So if I scroll down now, you can see this is me talking about how to embed code on websites. This is another training that we did. You can see 2 hours long. So it's more of strategy and you see people that completed tasks, action takers, people that are learning how to shoot video using the same training. So yeah, so what we're talking about here, I just wanted to give you a little bit of what's happening in our group. So we're about 300 and almost 400 strong entrepreneurs, all from different parts of the world. Right, so if I go into files here, so this is what building a website is gonna help you. If I go into files here now, wait for it to load. I'll go into files, come on. I might need to stop share and wait for it to, because sometimes if you're on Zoom, it doesn't really load fast. I don't know if my internet is slow. Which browser am I on? I'm on the home browser, so it should be pretty fast. Let me connect this one. Yeah, so it's loaded now. So if I share my screen now, you should be able to see it. Yeah, so if I, this is 2020 goal spread, you get goal spreadsheets in Excel file, website building. So this is the URL. So this website building is geared towards affiliate marketing. So it's set up for once you can go through this, I think it's about, I did it in 10 days, I think. So the idea is for you to build kind of learn how to do the basics. 8 days FAQs, get started page. Okay, 11 days. The idea of this is most people will come up with excuses why they can't build a business online and all that. It's all strategy. Everything is strategy. So if I give you this, link now, it's geared towards building a website. You're not going to build like the best website in the world. It's to get you set up to be able to advertise on Google. So everything here is, it's not just a website. Having a website is not enough. You need to learn how to drive traffic to it. And that's where the traffic is on Google and Facebook, majority of them, Google and Facebook. So if you know how to drive traffic to a website, Google cannot allow you to advertise on their platform if there are different bits and pieces that are not on your website. So you have to learn how to be compliant. So this tutorial is day 1. I just walk you through day 2, day 3, using SFM business model as an affiliate, how to address footer, create your first page. It's just, you will see day 1, this is what you need to do. Day 2. So at the end of 11 days, this approximately, even if you use your newbie, I've given you some codes here as well to use to get yourself up and running. So by the time you are day 11, 2 weeks from now, you should have a website ready. So that's the concept. So it's not something that is hard. It's click here, as you see me what I do on the screen. And Stewart has similar training as well. His is more recent than my one. So it's not, can you learn how to? The question is not, how to set up a website. You really want to be patient and learn how to do the basics, because if you if you can go through this tutorial and set up a website, you're prepared in case of if you start driving massive traffic to your website, how to channel different funnels on your website. That's the idea. You need to learn. That's marketing. So that's essential for your business. I hope that gets you up and running. If you are no, Henry. So the next question is from Brendet. I hope I pronounced your name well. Hi, Pascal. I thank you for all your messages. But my problem is I'm not very computer literate. It's similar to the first question. Now, this is what I want to share on this one. Let me give you guys a little bit more perspective as to how to overcome this fear. Because it's a fear. I'm not computer literate, so I'm not going to take the action. I don't want nature to force you to do it. I'm going to pull up a slide to show you why we do what we do, kind of. So it's quite simple. It's quite simple, but many of us may struggle to understand it. It's not that complicated. So yeah, you can see my screen. So just get this basic right. It's not complicated. We become what we think about. That's El Nightingale. This is vision. I think. Okay, no, this is not. It's not that. Yeah, you become what you think about. What you think about. Now your question is, I am not very computer literate. That's your thinking. You think you are not computer literate. So that's the thought. Now watch this. That thought will enter your consciousness, wherever that thought came from. You have the ability to reject or accept it. That's your power. I've given you dominion over everything on earth. At that point, you have that question come to you. I don't know how to do this. You have a responsibility as a person to either reject or accept. So if you allow that to happen constantly, it enters your subconscious mind, and that saturates your mind. I don't know. You read news and you see people that say, I don't know. You don't know their experience. You don't know where they went through, but you keep thinking about it, looking at all those things. They keep holding you back. From there, you get into an emotional vibration, right? Your emotions get sucked up from what's happening on your subconscious mind, not what you're thinking. So it's your emotion is now telling you, I can't do this as a result of what you're thinking, what you're accepting. That causes you to have a feeling. You take an action. The action is you don't do anything. You just Google the next thing and you go around in a circle. That produces the result you have. You don't have the business. You don't have, because you think you don't have the idea on how to sell. Let me give you a little bit more how that works. You can only operate from two sides of your mind. One is memory and one is vision. Solomon in the Bible said, where there is no vision, my people will perish. You have a vision that online business can help you. That's a vision you have, right? Because I can tell that from your question. You're interested in something. That's a vision. You don't know maybe you don't know what you're going to sell. You don't know, but you know it can help you. You have a vision, but it's not that crystal clear. Now, the problem is here. This is your subconscious mind. It's like a soil. Over the past few years, maybe you've had experiences, you've read a newspaper, you've watched news. So you have been planting here that maybe people's failed in business. So you've been planting all these things in your mind. Don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Where is the training? So you're now operating from a memory standpoint. You're no longer operating from the vision. The vision is still there, but that's not what's controlling your behavior. What's controlling the behavior is your memory here. So what you want to do is understand how you form this memory that is telling you that you're not computer literate. Because I can tell you now, anybody born in I wasn't born then, maybe 1950, there was no computer. But today, there are computers all over, almost in every desk in the office today. What happened? They learned it. So the question is not, I'm not computer literate. The question you should be asking yourself, are you ready to learn? If the answer is yes, there's no, as long as you have this creative thinking coming in, you have to keep affirming, taking actions, keep listening to, Google up anything. People start up businesses on YouTube. So the more you keep surrounding yourself with, I think I did the five senses, controlling your five senses, because that's the power. That's where you need strength. Your five senses: see, smell, taste, touch, hear. You control this, allow only things that will encourage you to saturate your subconscious mind to a positive thought that you're going to build a business. Join webinars, listen to audiobooks, positive messages, pray every day towards your vision, that vision of that product that you want to sell. Nobody knows what it is. God gave you the idea. It's a vision. Feeling, go to seminars, join people that just do control your five senses. That will always cause you to believe in yourself, because as you believe, you start believing, because this is like, that's where faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. So this idea that you have to build a business is just very small. So the moment you start saturating your consciousness with trying to bring this your vision into reality, this little faith that you have now, I don't know how to, you start learning how to do it, it will start to grow big. And this old one here will start to shrink. And with time, a year from now, 2 years from now, you have a business successfully running online. It changes your paradigm. That's a paradigm shift. That's what you're going to experience. So Rome was not built in a day. You have to give yourself the time to learn. So learning comes with humility. You have to stay humble to learn. You can't, I'm not saying that you can't, you can do whatever you like, but you have to be humble, because the results that you're looking to achieve, somebody already has it. Somebody has been in a situation where you are today. They don't have any, they were not computer literate. But I said I was computer literate when I started. I could just send an email and read blog post and maybe write a text. That's the skill I had online. But as soon as I got into this training, I built my first website watching videos on YouTube, not even with SFM training, watching just videos, and I built this, and it gave me a lot of boost and energy to just like, I'm gonna do this. And that was all it takes, because in the beginning, I was just humble to learn. I will come back in the evening and I'll do this thing 2 hours here, 3 hours, I wake up in the morning. That's all those little things came together in the end to form this website that people have visited now. But I've built it. I've changed another one. Yeah, so that's what you're looking to change. There's a paradigm shift that you want to undergo. So the question you should be asking is, if you're willing to learn, stay humble. If your answer is yes, stay humble and learn. It's a law. As long as you keep joining webinars, keep attending trainings, keep educating yourself in the right place, the result is inevitable. The result is inevitable. Sorry, guys, that's my phone. You must succeed. A year from now, you wouldn't be talking about this. Anybody, the same people, some of the people that use the training that I shared with you, the new people that are joining and are asking questions, the same question you're asking now, how am I going to build a website? Tell them, calm down. The same thing I'm telling you now. I wish you were on the webinar last week. If I'm telling them, don't worry, take it one step at a time. That's where we all started. But today, all of them are running businesses online. All of them are advertising on YouTube. So the question is, if you're prepared to put in the work, you will get the result. So it's a law. So I hope that helps you. I try to go in depth a little bit more to, let me see if there's anything in the charts. Yeah, no. Right, so the times of the webinar are often, this one is from Claudius. The times of the webinar often do not fit, as those are my working times. Kindly send me the recording. Good. Okay. Now, this is another question. I'll send you the recording, but you're going to experience this a lot. because you're trying to change something in your life. This happened to me I joined this training, online training in 2017. It's not like that long ago. It's like only like 3 years ago. So for me, people look at it as if it's too far. For me, I'm like, it's like yesterday. On Saturday, there was an event on a webinar. An event in London, somewhere in Heathrow. So Stewart was coming. And to go to that event, it's like a seminar. You have to pay $300 to attend, right? So that same Saturday, I think it's 8th of April 2017. It should be on a Saturday. I'm not sure about the particulars, but I know it's April. That same Saturday, I was supposed to go to work and do overtime, right? So, and I'll get paid £210, if minimum £180 for that Saturday, if I worked that weekend, because weekend rate was higher. So I had a decision to make. I want you to understand this is going to happen to you because it's all experience. When I was going through it, I didn't understand it. It was looking back now, I see, that's why Napoleon Hill said, successful people, let me see if I can pull that up. You don't understand these things. Napoleon, yeah. I'll share this with you. You can Google all these things. It's not that complicated. But I'll share with you, because when you see these things, it begins to make sense, right? It begins to make sense later on. So here is a quote from Napoleon Hill. Let me try and expand it. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's a quote. Successful people make decisions quickly as soon as all the facts are available, and change them very slowly, if ever. Unsuccessful people make decisions very slowly and change them often and quickly. Now, why? This is a survey he did in 1918, over 16,000 men and women. Why were people failing and why were only 5% were succeeding? He found out the 5% that were succeeding were doing things they love, and they stuck to one thing all through their life. Whereas the unsuccessful people, the 95% that failed, they couldn't come up with a decision to. So why am I sharing this with you? Because it's very important. I want you to succeed so that you are aware. Now, when I was about to go to work that weekend, I was supposed to get paid $210, and if I go there, I'll spend $300. I'll get paid $180 minimum, and if I go there, I'll pay $300. Now, why did I go? How did I go? What made me spend the money? Because I eventually went. This is a dialogue, that thinking thing. I did not really understand where this was happening. Looking back, my mind was telling me, this is also one of those events. How are you gonna spend $300? Are you gonna make the money back? Where's the money gonna come from? Why don't you go to this work that you're very sure that you're gonna get paid? At least you can pay off one of your bills. Now, understand this. The reason I asked myself one question: which one of these events will lead me towards the goal I want? And the goal I wanted was to quit that job. It was obvious that it was going to that seminar, because if I have a business online, if I'm successful, I will leave that job. But I did not see any how it was going to happen. I didn't know what product I was going to sell, but I had to go. So for some reason, I made a decision that I'm going to go. I think I paid on the door because I didn't even have the funds to pay. I was literally broke at that period. I didn't have the $200, but I wanted to quit that job because I did not want to go there. So that was a pivoting moment in my whole journey. As soon as, because what I was dealing with then was belief. But I didn't understand it. I was seeing Stewart on webinar, just like you're seeing me now on webinars. And he was coaching and doing things, and I was sharing with us things to do and all that. But literally at the back of my mind, I still had doubts, but I wasn't aware that if he was a real person, just like you're watching me now, You might think, is this guy real? Is he fake? Is he trying to do this? Is he trying to market something to me? You will be having all those dialogue going on in your mind. So that was what was going on in my mind. So, but when I went there, all I needed to do was to see Stewart and shake his hand. As a result, today, I've met him several times. You must have seen my pictures on him. But what happened when I saw him, I said to myself, so this guy is real. Because I've never seen anybody that makes money online. All I see them is on YouTube and Instagram, they flash. I'm like, this guy is real. I'm going to stay close to him so that he will coach me. I made that decision in that event. So I came back with all this. I saw some other people that were starting and they just started making no money. I made friends there. And you know what? I believe that online business worked. So that event cleared a doubt in my mind. So when I came back home, I started working more on the business. Even though I was still working on my job, I was coming back, but I believed more in what I was doing. But get this, I couldn't have gone to that event if I hadn't registered in the first place. So you got to sow before you reap. So that was one part of the law you have to obey. So if you're seeing yourself making a decision, you will always see yourself making a decision between are you going to go to your job or are you going to build a business online? Let me pull up that slide again because this will make sense better now. If we remember, every time you feed your mind, whatever you're feeding your mind with, that's what's going to grow. It doesn't matter. Your mind is like a soil. Look at this bottom part. It's like a soil. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. So the more I heard about online business, the more I could change this. But if you're going to your job every day, remember that's the memory that is stored. You keep feeding that beast, and that beast will do what? Keep growing. So your responsibility right now is you're not gonna take this away. It's not gonna disappear. Your responsibility is start feeding this one gradually, 1 or 2 hours every day, because that's what's gonna strengthen your belief. Gradually, you start strengthening. Gradually, this one will shrink. That is the process. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's gonna be dependent on how aggressive you are. If you really want it, because it's how the mind works. Your mind is like a soil. Whatever you plant on it is gonna grow. I don't know if you guys have listened to The Stranger's Secret. He talked about it there. What if you plant corn and plant poison in the soil? Both of them will grow abundantly. So your responsibility is to take control of your thinking and plant what you want to plant. So only plant things through the positive side of your mindset. And that's what's going to empower you to create the change you want, because it comes with faith. You wouldn't know the product you're going to sell. You wouldn't know any of that shit, any of the, how much it's going to cost you, none of that. All you just need to do is start working. As long as you have a goal, as long as you know where you're going. For me, I wanted to spend more time with my kids. How can I do that? I couldn't do it in the work I was doing because by now I'll be coming back in traffic, 5:30, I'll be leaving. 7 days a week, no, 6 days a week. Sometimes I worked Sundays just to do what? Pay bills. That model, I did some calculation one time. I was getting paid 25K a year. If I multiply that into 40 years, I'll get $1 million in by the time I'm 70. So is that the kind of life I want to live? Even if they grow my salary by maybe 50,000 a year, multiply that by 10, that's 500,000 without spending anything. So with this online business, I was able to do 10,000 in a single month after 18 months. 18 months. So it's not about who's going to sell or who's truly going to sell. It's about understanding that online business is a global stuff for you to sell to as many products as possible as you can and get delivered over the internet. It's amazing. I was shocked when somebody in New Zealand, you know where New Zealand is, how many years, how many miles away, bought a product that's promoting. What's how online? I was sleeping here. I was shocked. The first product I sold was in America, $20. I woke up. I was sleeping. I don't know when it happened. So it's a skill. Stuart was teaching me, but I didn't know what he was teaching me. But I applied it in the application. I applied it. It worked. I'm like, it blew me away. The training is awesome. That's what I want to share with you. So understand how your mind works, and you'll be able to create the kind of outcome that you want. Right. Nothing in the chat. So the next question, Claudius, I hope that helps you. This one is a little bit of a long one. Let's see. One second, it's kind of a long one. Okay, yeah. This is from, I think it's Benga. Benga is on call. Benga, is that you? Yeah. If you're there, you can jump out, feel free, but I'll just read it out. Good day to you. Thanks for all your messages. The name is Benga, by the way. Currently live in Bristol. Is it Bristol, London? Yeah, UK. By the grace of God. I can see you're a Christian faith. It's something that you bring to bear a lot, most of your communications. And I must say that this has given me the extra confidence in sending this reply and reaching out to you. At this time, I'm very much interested in learning and knowing more about the online business world. I would like to speak to you about the opportunity if you don't mind. I can see that you include a contact number in the original email. Yes, you spotted that. Many people don't spot it. That I respond to here. So if it's okay, I will call you sometime around midday. So say 12 noon. I didn't get any call from you. So why? God bless. Oh, it's not really a question. You want to come? So yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I put that number there. Why did I put my number there? I'm receiving loads of calls. I won't lie to you, but at some point I wanted to take it out. I said no. I put that for a reason. It's just to let people know that because when I started, no, all I wanted was a phone call, and the guy that referred me to SFM gave me a call as soon as I signed up. So I'm like, I asked him a question, two questions. Is this real? He said yes. So will you help me? I said yeah. He said he was gonna help me. I said, all right, no problem. I'll give you a shout out if I need your help. Is this your number? Can I save it? He said yes, I saved it. So he gave me the confidence to go on. So I was very happy. So I was like, that I think that helped in cementing my belief as well, because sometimes you get overwhelmed with information and you struggle. And if you don't have anybody to call or a support, it's kind of a little bit overwhelming. So that's part of the reasons I created that Facebook group, because I started receiving a lot of people, and somebody prayed for me to teach them how to build a website. That's why I went and built that website stuff. And to give back, it's all for free. I could actually give it to you where I could put that link in there. You can grab it. And that's if you're building affiliate marketing. It's not Shopify, it's a different type of website. And that's gonna help you create the change that you want. So it's about giving back. You see, I know at first in the beginning, my motivation was to make money. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to make money. But at some point, when you start making money, you realize what you're doing to make money, and realize everybody can actually do it, and the world will be a better place. So it's just that looking back to help the next man come up. So I don't have to earn $1 million for me to help you. I think there's somewhere in the Bible they said if they give you something small and you do build profit in it, God blesses you with more. So some people wait to get $1 million before they start helping. If the helping nature is not in you, it's not in you. Unless you change your paradigm. So I think my mom must have instilled that in me to help out. So she's not anymore. So I just hope I give back. That's the only thing. There's no, sometimes it looks weird when somebody wants to help you for free. It's a law that we're obeying. Let me explain. It's a law. The more I help free, that's what they teach. That's what El Nightingale said in this book, The Strangest Secret. He said, go and help people without expecting anything in return from that person. That there is a law that knows what you want, that's going to find whatever you want and provide it for you. Just do your own bits, go and help first, sow your own seed. So I think it's in the Bible somewhere where Jesus Christ said, before you ask your heavenly Father something, he already knows. So that's the law we follow. So before you ask in your prayer, God already knows what you're trying to ask for. So your responsibility is to give first, then graciously receive. So it's kind of a law. These are principles. I read the Bible a lot, but when you start doing online business, you start understanding where all these things come into play. So people don't succeed by accident. They know what they're doing. So that's what I want to say. I know what I'm doing. So giving back, it's part of it. The truth, the words that I'm speaking now is coming out of me. I'm hearing it. So it's impressing on my subconscious mind. Remember the conscious. So whatever I say to you is always coming back to me. Does that make sense? It's a law. So you understand yourself well. So I'm careful of what I'm saying, cautiously trying to say the right things. So I know if I'm giving you the right things, you're hearing me, I'm hearing myself, it all comes back in thousandfold. It's a lot. You got to learn about yourself a little bit more. I've invested thousands in myself. That's why I'm not that bright, but I kind of know these things now after going through this SFM training. That's why I love Stewart in his training. He embeds this in the culture. He brings all of the thousands of people in the community. This is what we help each other out. Does that make sense? So it's a law that is engraved in SFM and the mentors. Yeah. So the next one is from Rainen. We got about 15 minutes to wrap this baby up. I can see some people. I don't know if I covered your question, Benga, Henry, Stella, you're there. If you got any question, jump out, feel free. Because we got like 2 or 3 more questions and we wrap this baby up. The next question is from Ryan Chanel. I would like to have one-on-one with you. Right. Okay. You want to have one-on-one with me. Now, I learned this from a guy called David. It's kind of when people say they want one-on-one, I kind of wonder why. And I think it's that there's a connection and there's an energy successful people carry. So when you get close to that person, it rubs off on you. Like when I went to that event, there's an energy Stewart was carrying. So as I saw him, I felt it. It strengthened my own. So, but does it mean I don't have what it takes to succeed online before? I had it, but it's just I didn't quite believe in myself. So I think that's where Jesus Christ said, as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. So the point here is everything you're already hearing from me is what you're going to do. Seeing me one-on-one is not going to change it. I'm not going to tell you something different when we meet one-on-one. It's still going to come down to this thing you're hearing. Because that's what David said. He said, we create this thing in our mind that we need a one-on-one to be successful. He said, we don't. It's true. But I'm not saying I'm trying to run away from you. But I'm trying to tell you that the power is in you. But this is what we're going to do. For me to be at that event, I had to be in the training to prove that I really wanted to start a business online. I was actually building marketing online at that point, but I haven't started making money. So when I saw Stewart, I was already in. So I was not outside saying because a lot of people say, I need help with what? You see, that's the question. I need help with what? I need a one-on-one with what? This is, you gotta be a little bit specific on why you need, because everybody's time is the most valuable thing on earth. If you value your time efficiently, then you have to create, all you need is 10, 20 minutes, go straight to the point, we deal with the matter. If it's whatever you need, just reach out. So what I can say to you, go to my website, I'll put a link, I'll just share it so you can book a call with me. Feel free. So it will be like a Zoom call with me, like this, one-on-one. You will receive the links. So book like a one-on-one. Excuse me. So you will see, hope it's coming. Yeah. So there are times today is you see times available. Pick any dates that suits you. Today is Tuesday 11, so there should be a slot in tomorrow, PM, 9 p.m. Sometimes it goes up pretty fast. Um, yeah, these are all free. I'm not charging you anything. Free one-on-one. But before you jump on this call, I would highly recommend you to go through the 4-part video series so that um, we have a proper conversation. So we are not talking. I'm not explaining what you have access to. Does that make sense? So we use our time more efficiently. So that's what I recommend. The 4-part video series, you're gonna get that for. Let me share the website here. Content. So if I share my screen now, you should be able to see this. So this is the first one, affiliate marketing. Then under here, you can learn more about selling products on Amazon. This is another video. So you can go through it as well. All presented by Stewart. This is 36 minutes long. In more detail, if you want to get started, the button is here straight away. You can just register. Then if you have your own business that you want to sell, you can go through this one. He gives a little bit more perspective. And this one is half an hour long. So sit through it. He will explain to you. What he shares there is what you see around in the global world. That's the point. But sometimes we tend not to understand it, believe it in the beginning, right? So the next one is from Nigel. Hi there, do you start with a precise template of a particular business model to follow? Yes, this is something I stumble upon, Nigel. Modeling. Yeah, I would say modeling. I'm not like a business template, it's modeling. When I went to that event I talked to you about earlier, there's a boy called Dan. I saw him on stage. He was speaking on stage. He was talking about how to go from A to B is a straight line. Not to avoid, like, to make to stay focused on your goal, basically, to stay focused. So I was watching him. He was a little bit younger than me. I think he's 35 years younger than me. I'm asking myself, what is it that this boy knows now that I don't know? He looks very confident. So what I did was I reached out to him. He invited me to his private Facebook group where he was coaching some of the people what he was learning, all for free. Because I was just in that event, he gave me access to it for free. Now, this is what I did, the template you're talking about. He was on YouTube. I said to myself, anywhere he is, I'm going to do it. Anything he's doing to create this outcome, because I think he was on 10,000 a month that time. I said, anything he's doing, I'm going to do it. That's modeling. So he was on YouTube. I said, that means I need a YouTube channel. He had a website. I need a website. He was advertising on Google. I need to learn how to advertise on Google. So I was not like gambling or doing Facebook or doing Bing or doing all these things as Instagram and all that. That's confusing, confuses a lot of people. So I zeroed in on the model, the idol that I was like following. That's where that humility comes in. Even though he was younger than me, but I was humble enough to learn from him because he had a result. I was looking to achieve. So there's a model, it's called modeling. If you, anything you're trying to go down, any business you're trying to find somebody who's successful in it, get close to that person. There's something they know. They will teach you that stuff and you create the same result. Right, I think we got 10 minutes. Grace, can you tell me the name of your organization and what you do? The name of my organization, my company is Nwanaji Group. You can Google that. Uh, what I do, I sell products online. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't understand this question. Many thanks for the support. I indeed need stepping into you. Please, how long do you pay the $97 a month after the initial 99? It's more of, look at it like businesses. Okay, this question is from how long do you, because there's a monthly subscription. That frightened me when I saw it. I wouldn't lie to you. How long am I going to be paying for this? But the point was I wanted a business. So I made a decision I was going to do it. Now, how? What happened? All these things, I did not know it before, but now I can look back and I can explain it. Every business that you see, you yourself as an example, you are an employee to a company. You're working. So you are a liability to that company. They have to pay you, but they need you to function. So you are an asset as well. Does that make sense? So you're an asset and liability. So they need you to function. So, and they need to pay you. If they don't pay you, you're not going to go to that job. So you got to understand. So every month, you're an expense. They have to pay some salary. That's how businesses work. So they have cost, they have legal. So in online business, it's the same thing. It's not complicated. You're going to need softwares. You're going to need tools. You're going to need resources. You're going to need education. All these are like cost to you. But at the same time, they're an asset. Because without a website, you can't sell anything online. Without a domain, without Zoom having this platform now, we won't be on this call. Without me streaming this on YouTube having their platform, that wouldn't happen. They are paying people to do. Google, who owns YouTube, is paying people, staff that runs the company. Now, how does Google make money? It's people like us advertise products online. Whatever we advertise, it doesn't matter. How do we make our money? From the customers that advertise. They come to our website, they pay, we give Google part of the money, we keep part of the money, and everybody's happy. So understand this, money it's useful when it's working. I've learned one principle. Napoleon Hill said save 10%, but it's really hard to save 10%. So I invest in assets now. That's what I'm doing. So the idea of you thinking of expenses all the time, remember, if you're thinking expenses, you are in a negative vibration. Think growth. Think, how can I sell more products? Because I have expenses. I pay $30 £30 every month to Amazon to have an account. That's just the basic. Every month, that's one part of it. Then I do advertising as well. I pay all these things, but I don't think of them. I set a direct debit to take care of it. Then I think expansion. How can I sell more products? So because if I sell more products, these ones, they get taken care of. That's how businesses run. That's how you are going to run your own business. So you're going to think, how can I sell more products? Then that will take care of your bills and expenses. But you can't change the law. The law is you have to sow first. You have to take care of getting to this debt, start paying these expenses. Then follow this principle. Do to others on how I'm twisting my thought. How am I saying? Do unto others as you like them to do unto you. So everything that you touch, every word that is coming out of your mouth, make sure nobody gets hurt, nobody loses their money, or no, you don't mislead people. Whatever you do, because as you're doing it, remember it's gonna come back to you. It's a law. So that's why that's what SFM will train you to do, because you're literally tapping you're asking, you're literally trying to walk into the temple of knowledge. That's what I look at it. There's a knowledge of, there's a temple where there's something you're looking for. Joseph Campbell said, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. There's a temple somewhere. There's something that is you're looking for in life. What is it that you're looking for yourself? That's what it is. You're trying to know yourself. Because people that make money online don't study product, they study human beings. If you understand human behavior, you can sell anything you want. So that's just for another conversation. So you're knocking on the temple of knowledge. A temple is not going to come to you. You have to walk in. It's written on the law of success. You got to read that book. It's a very good book. You have to walk in. Your legs will quake. You will feel fear. But keep moving. Because when you get there, it's worth it. You look back and see your life. See, people don't enjoy blissful marriage by accident. They understand life. They understand people. So I'm not where I am today because I'm smart. I just happened to join Stewart's in this training, and I was humbled to stay around this. Why are these guys successful? That's the question. What's making them why am I in this job that I don't like, and why are these boys? They just work on their laptop and make 100 times more than what I'm making. And I'm out on the sun climbing stairs. What type of life is that? There's something they know I don't know. So I invested in the training. There was no question I needed to change. I can't continue like that. It's your choice. Everybody's got choice in life. So when you get to that temple, you will learn something about yourself. God blessed you with it. It's your mind, how to take control of it. Steward to teach you how to take control of it. So once you take control of it, you see the world differently. Now everybody will be watching the news and be seeing all the economy shutting down, and they'll be consuming it. What's happening is entering their subconscious mind. And how are they behaving? Watch everybody's behaving. Fear, scared, they're afraid to spend money, afraid to do this, afraid to go out. It's fear. Look at their actions. What's the result? And they do it over and over and over again. 5% of the world is in this book. I don't know if you've listened to it. Listen, can Google the Stranger's Secret. Only 5%. Anything they touch, it turns to gold. I want to know that. I want to be in that group. And Nightingale said, get yourself in that group. All right, guys. I think we've done it today. And I hope you guys found this interesting. Wow. I think I made a sale. It's seen on my screen now. Wow. See, that's how it works. That's one. I'm not sure which product this is, but I got an email now. Wow. Wow. That's good luck. That's life. So I'm not here to like tell you guys. Just double check. Wow. How did this happen? Okay. Mine needs some investigation. All right. For free accounts. Anyway, that's for later. All right, guys. I hope you guys found this interesting. And you got any questions? Stella, Benga, Henry? Before I wrap this baby up.
Can I talk?
Yes, you can.
Right. You didn't answer any of my question.
Where did you put it?
Well, I was putting it in chat. I wanted to know I wanted you to kind of go back on the developing your own website. And I wanted to find out, can you, if you have a website already, or can you sort of use already existing website to do affiliate? Or you have to build it within the SFM?
I think I've seen your questions now. So the first part of your question is What IT
Or
skills
IT skill. Yeah.
do you require to make a good start in this business? IT skills. You just want to learn. As long as you're open to learning, you can learn.
Because I never used to do Facebook, and I decided to set up a Facebook. I've been getting notification, but I haven't got a clue what to do with it. And I was listening to somebody in a steward platform, and he was saying, if you don't know, you can partner with somebody, but I haven't got anybody to partner with.
Yeah. I think the it's gonna be a little bit overwhelming. I'm not gonna say lie to you, but as long as it's like learning how to speak a language. So as long as you keep joining webinars, keep plugging into Facebook is not what you're learning. Facebook
The
is just
thing is this, I use IT, of course, but it's just all those things that if I get the help I need, I will learn it. I think the reason why I haven't learned it was because I never see it as a necessity. It was something that I didn't really care. But now I'm actually, like when you said advertising in Google, I was saying, how on earth am I going to do it? But I said to myself, you know what, Stella, you have to do it. You have to do it. And also, I kind of feel that this £99 you pay, and if you're paying something like $97 a month, I think one need to be able to obviously start putting things in place, because otherwise you kind of feel that what you're saying, which is actually making some of our people a bit wary. If nothing is happening, you're thinking, am I really throwing this money away, or is it going towards something? I know it's going towards something. I honestly, in the past couple of weeks, I've learned a lot. But I would really want to sort of get started, and I need help to do that.
so it's all fear.
I don't have fear.
Are you serious?
I don't.
Why have you moved?
No, I don't fear. Honestly, I don't have fear.
Okay.
All I just want to know is to learn. I don't fear. I don't have fear.
So which you've gone through the training, I presume?
No, I started, but remember I did text you that I got stuck somewhere where it was asking me for access code to enter
Okay.
the next step.
All right. Okay.
It's showing me that I've done 100%, but the second one was asking me for access code, and maybe I did something wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know. Then you send me another one.
Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, right?
You send me a link, and that link, he was asking to kind of do another registration. So I'm confused whether I need to do another one, because I don't want to do what I'm not supposed to do.
All right. Okay.
That is saying if you pay $29,
No.
then you will get a one-to-one mentor and things like that. So if it's the right thing to do, I'm happy to do that. But I just want to make
Is it
sure.
possible for you to share your screen?
My own screen. I'm not even on the screen. They're already waiting for me for our prayer meeting, and I need to join them.
All right. So all right, booking a one-on-one call with me, then we get through this.
Right.
Yeah.
How do I book in the one-on-one call?
So I put a link in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. Just copy it. Yeah, I've seen some of your questions. It was meant to flash blue, but it didn't. So I thought nothing was in the chat. Oh, please, are you able to take us back through the building a website? I will give you that link. You join have you joined the Facebook group?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm going to get my daughter to. I have joined Facebook, but I don't know about your community.
Yeah, you will need to find a way to get in there, because you're gonna get tons of resources to support you, and you get people that can help, not just me. People that I will help you, but you will get more help than you need.
And also, what kind of I tend to draw me back, when you're talking about it's talking about the compliances and compliances.
Yeah.
What are these compliances? And if you set up something and you're not careful, they will block your domain and they will, all those things are really terrible. These are the only thing I fear.
No, yeah, they've banned me like a couple of times. I'm not
So
worried.
how did you get over it?
Huh?
How did you?
You just keep going back, knocking on the door, open the door for me. I need to advertise. Okay, let me be a little bit more real, but that's how it is. That's what it feels like. The way towards the way the training goes is they make you compliant. They train you to be compliant, but they will let you if you start because they are teaching you things you don't know. So if you start doing things that are outside of what they teach, that's like telling people they're gonna get rich overnight. That sort of a thing.
No, no one gets rich overnight.
But some people will tell you that on you hear that, don't you? So there are some words you need to learn how to use carefully. Some people do it. So because you're getting close to where there's a lot of money to be made. So it's easy to start manipulating people instead of inspiring people. So that's what I was talking about. Do unto others as you like them to do unto you. So you learn something in marketing that's where makes or break. So you're gonna learn how to be compliant. They will train you properly. Don't be afraid of anything they tell you to do in our community. It's compliance with Google and Facebook. Most likely Google, because once you're compliant with Google, you'll be compliant with Facebook as well.
Right. If I just ask you one, in terms of do you use a business account or do you use your own account, bank account for this business?
Okay, with the SFM affiliates business, I use my personal account. Then with my Amazon business, I have a business setup, like with lawyer, accountant, all that. It's work. That one is work. So yeah, that one is properly set up.
What did you have to do in terms of your verification with Amazon?
We're still under
What
that.
is the process of verification?
They ask you.
Anyway, when I book one-to-one, and I will ask you those questions.
All right, so that you go back. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where do I go to book the one? Can I text? No, so send me to this, please.
there is I check the chat. I click on the link there, my website. You take it to my page, and you can be able to.
Please request recording permission from the meeting
No,
host.
on the chat, not record.
Yeah, that's where I clicked. You don't understand. I clicked on chat.
Yeah, click on it again. Go back and click on it again. I'll put it in there. You got it?
The link.
Yeah, puredigitallifestyle.com/contact us. Seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, use the Zoom calendar to pick a time slot that works around your time. All right.
12th is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
Is 8 p.m. the earliest you do?
Oh, there are different days. I look at another day.
Wednesday. Okay, I can do 8 p.m. That's no problem.
Yeah. All right.
Can I talk? Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Sorry, I came late. I sent you an email that I was on the Zoom for prayer. So today's our prayer day. So I just finished.
All right. What's your name?
Tamara Prayer.
Okay, I think I've seen it. Okay, I can meet up this session, but my service, I can try and log into it. All right, yeah. But we just literally wrapped up now. So you will receive the recording. Do you have any?
That would be fine.
Yeah, you receive the recording and we take it from there. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, guys, take care. Stella, I'll see you. Hope to catch up with you.
See ya.
James, Benga, thanks. God bless you too. Henry.
Bye.
Bye.